cash flow statement as per the accounting standard 3. So as you know, accounting standard is that a formal thing disclosure how the financial statements and records has to be maintained by all the business people, how they have to maintain their books of accounts has been prescribed in that. Okay, by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Certified Accountants of India, their professional bodies, some of the chartered accountants, they have laid some guidelines how to prepare their financial statement and particularly cash flow statements, everything. So as per that, certain companies, joint stock companies, they are required to prepare their cash flow statement as per this accounting standard 3, that is AS3. Okay. So if you see, no, under this method, preparing cash flow statement, you are categorizing your activities into 3 types. One is the operating activities, other one is investing activities, other one is financing activities. So you're going to classify your activities into 3 types. Operating activities means because a company's main business is what, that is known as operating. Usually operating, non-operating expenses like that you might come across. Operating means what, no, main activity of that business. So if it is a manufacturing concern, then what will be the main business? Core business means buying the raw material, procuring the raw materials, doing the production activity and selling that. Okay, so in this time there will be some cash inflows and cash outflows. Okay, so there might be some inflows to the business, some outflows from the business. Okay, inflows means cash is coming into the business. Outflows means cash is moving out of the business. As you know, at what circumstances inflow will come, outflow will come in general sense. Whenever we sell something, inflow. Whenever we purchase something or make payment, it is an outflow. So now this one only we are going to categorize into operating, investing and financing. So operating activities is that if you are going to receive any cash from debtors, if you are going to sell a good to your customer, and if you are going to receive cash from that debtor, so all those things, if you are going to receive any commission out of your sales or something, so royalties like this, if you are going to any receive any receipt in this form, then that is cash from operating activities. Okay, so similarly if you pay any employees any some salaries or something, similarly while procuring raw materials from the supplier, if you are going to purchase that, or if you are going to purchase that and you are going to pay that supplier like that, so all these are concerned with operating activities. So operating activities, they are the main activities of the business, without which a business, that is the core function of that any kind of business. So there you have certain inflows, certain outflows. So inflows can be when you're selling some goods to a customer, if you are receiving some receipt cash for that, if you are receiving, then that can be considered as a inflow. And if you are going to purchase anything, and if you're going to make payment to that supplier, if you're going to purchase from the supplier that stock or the raw material, then that can be considered as a outflow. So this is the operating activity. And then moving on to the next one, investing activities. So now investing activities means here you are mentioning as only goods only. Okay, not any kind of fixed assets like that. Operating activity is not concerned about your fixed assets. Fixed assets sale and purchase, everything you will bring to the investing activity only. Okay, so investing activity means investing in long-term fixed assets. Okay, so either it can be again an inflow or an outflow. As you know, inflow means it is coming into the business cash, outflow means it is going out of your business. So at what occasions or circumstances your cash will come into your business? While selling your furniture, while selling your machinery. Okay, similarly, while purchasing your machinery, purchasing a furniture or a land and building something, that time your cash is outflow. So outflow of your investing activities. Okay, so like this you are going to categorize. Before that, no, you shuffled everything together, and whatever items comes, no, accordingly you will put under sources of cash or applications of cash. Okay, but now, no, you are going to categorize the activities of your business. Operating activities, net cash from operating. You want to know more specific towards that. Okay, from which activity, particular activity you have got an inflow or outflow, net cash inflows you are getting from operating activity, or net cash it is going out of your because of your operating activity, that you want to know. Similarly, investing activities you want to know. So you should be more specific, so that you are categorizing your activities into three kinds here. So investing activities, if you see, means again, if you're going to sell any plant or machinery or equipment or long term fixed assets, everything, no, long term investments also, then all those things, if it is sold out, it will be an inflow. If it has been purchased, it will be an outflow. Okay, you are going to categorize here. Okay, so that is the investing activities. And then financing activities. So financing activities, if you see, no, because this is the owner's capital amount, without which they cannot do the business. Okay, so operating is that. So normal course of time, you have to carry out your production activity. So you are going to receive receipt from your customer. You are going to pay for your whatever inventory you are accumulating in your business. That is the core function, manufacturing. Investing is that for carrying out your production, without asset you cannot do anything, without machinery. So you are going to install in your factory. So that is the investing activity. Either sale or purchase you have made, you want to know about that. Okay, and then regarding your financing activities, if you see, this is the first initial thing. Okay, so fund, if you are cash, if you are not having in your hand, if you are a joint stock company, you are going to rely on some other people, particularly you're going to mobilize fund from your cash from your public. Okay, so now this is known as the financing activity. Without finance anything, you cannot do it up in your business. So it is playing a vital role in your business. So here, whatever you are making issues, further issue you would have made. Okay, so 1 lakh it would have been earlier. Now it would have gone to 2,50,000. So that means 1,50,000 you have further issued. Whenever you are issuing, same concept only here also. Whenever you are issuing shares or debentures, okay, both same. Issue of shares or debentures, both it is an inflow only. Fund is coming into business. Similarly, while borrowing a loan, okay, while borrowing a loan, whatever concept there you adapt to know, same thing only, but you are going to categorize here. அதுதான் டிஃபரன்ஸ். கேட்டகரைஸ் பண்ணி இது ஃபினான்சிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டி கீழே வருது, இது இன்வெஸ்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டி கீழே வருது, இது ஆப்ரேட்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டி கீழே வருதுன்றத யூ ஆர் ஜஸ்ட் கோயிங் டு ஐடென்டிஃபை இயர். That's it. Okay, same procedure, fund flow, normal cash flow statement, how you are preparing, that same way only. Little modifications will be there, changes will be there in the form you prepare, that way format. Okay, so financing activities is that when you are issuing shares or debentures or bonds, okay, so that all those detail, again balance sheet, again additional information, this will be given to you. Balance sheet with two financial dates. Okay, and additional information will be given to you. Okay, so apart from that, you are going to prepare in this, you are going to categorize which under which heading it will come, you are going to find out. Okay, so issue of shares, debentures, bonds, and if you are going to borrow loan, if it is an inflow, then it will be considered as an inflow, cash inflow. If it is a outflow, as you know, whenever you're going to redemption back, as you know, redemption means, issue means you're going to sell, and you're going to sell. If you're selling how an asset, if it is sold, cash is coming in the same way only. So if you are going to sell an asset, அது investing activity கீழ வந்துரும். If it is a sale of shares, debentures, issue சேலுக்கு பதிலா issue use பண்றோம். So if it is a issue means you are taking into inflow. That same shares and debentures, no, after a certain period of time, particularly your debentures, particularly your preference shares only, both that thing only we are speaking now. Equity shares and all வந்து it is continuous throughout the company's life only. Okay, so their funds will be there in the company only, but preference shares and all, they have some redemption time period. If I invest or if I buy shares of that company, no, they will if it is a redeemable preference shares, say for 10 years or 7 years. So after the 10 year, after that 7 year, they will pay me again. So that is known as redemption, repay. Okay, so redemption of shares, debentures, bonds, or buyback of own securities. If company, already we discussed this one, the company is with an intention of buying back the shares, no more funds they require, they can withstand in their own legs means, then that is known as buyback. Okay, so in that situation, no, it is an outflow, you're going to pay them now. So it is an outflow, you're going to get your shares and pay them back again. So like this, if you are going to pay any loan, if you are going to pay tax, if you are going to pay dividend, if you are going to pay your loan amount, whatever you have got, all long time liability, long term liabilities, and then share capital, only those things will come under financing activity. That depends upon either issue or redemption, that depends upon your obtaining loan and your repaying loan. Then the tax or the dividend that you pay, interest, all those things will come under the financing activity. Operating activities, as we discussed now, if you are selling goods to a customer and if you are going to receive cash for that, so all those things will come under operating activity. And investing activity means particularly your fixed assets you are taking. Financing activity na share capital, debentures, long term loans. If you come across anything like this, financing activities kida it will come. Okay, so here no, they will give you the net profit. Okay, most probably they will give you the net profit information. 1 minute. So that is the cash flow from operating and investing and financing activities actually. So these are the three aspects. So accordingly, you will be preparing your cash flow statement here. Okay. So first your operating activities, if you see, before that they will be giving you the net profit information to you. Okay. So net profit information will be given to you, and from that no, you will first what you will do, let me type out here. So everything here, no account format, everything in statement format only. You will be using only the single side of your accounts note again. Okay, so you will be having a particulars column. So you'll be having your particulars column. So the heading, everything you can give. Cash flow, cash flow statement, cash flow statement. Okay, that particular person's name or company's name, whatever might be the particulars column you will have, and you will have the amount column. Okay, so you will be starting with the net profit. Net profit before tax and extraordinary items. Okay, so you'll be preparing the columns as usual. Okay, so like this, the first thing will be your net profit before tax and extraordinary items. Okay, so in the net profit before tax and extraordinary items க்கு தனியா ஒரு working note போட்டு அந்த working noteல இருந்து ஒரு amount கொண்டு வருவோம். அந்த amount தான் இங்க enter பண்ணுவோம். இதுக்கு வந்து தனியா ஒரு working noteன்னு ஒன்னு போடுவோம். So எப்படி அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம question usually balance sheet அதுக்கப்புறம் அதுக்கு கீழே இருக்கக்கூடிய additional information இது நார்மல் எப்படி பண்ணுவோமோ அதே மாதிரி தான் இதுக்கும் questionல net profit informationோ and then வந்துட்டு சாரி பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷனும் பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்டுக்கு கீழே அடிஷ்னல் இன்ஃபர்மேஷனும் இருக்கும். ஓகேங்களா, அதே சேம் தான் இதுக்கும். பட் வாட் நோ ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் யூஸ்வலா வந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், ஃபண்ட் ஃப்ரம் ஆப்ரேஷன்ஸ் கால்குலேட் பண்றதுக்கு ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் அக்கௌண்ட் பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்ல இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. எப்படின்னா பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்ல லைபிலிட்டி சைட்ல ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் அக்கௌண்ட்னு இருக்கும், ஓப்பனிங் க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ் இருக்குமா, அதே சேம் திங் தான் இதுக்கும் கொஸ்டின் அதே மாதிரி தான் கொடுக்க போறாங்க. ஸோ ஒன்லி ஒன் திங் என்னன்னா அந்த ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் அக்கௌண்ட்டோட அந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்கு பாத்தீங்களா, ஓப்பனிங்கும் க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸோட அந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் அமௌண்ட்டும் அந்த அமௌண்ட்டை நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா நெட் ப்ராஃபிட்னு எடுத்துப்போம் இங்க. ஓகேங்களா, கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் ஆஸ் பெர் அக்கௌண்டிங் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் 3 இயர் படி நம்மள ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ண சொன்னாங்கன்னா நம்மளோட கொஸ்டின்ல அப்ப நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா நெட் ப்ராஃபிட் யூ வில் டேக். Okay, how we are going to take this net profit information means your balance sheet in question, profit and loss account information will be there under the liability side. Okay, so as usual way, so that amount no that difference closing balance and opening balance if you subtract no you will get one amount. Okay, suppose profit balance sheetல வந்து profit and loss accountல ஒரு year வந்து 1,50,000 இருக்கு, இன்னொரு year வந்து 1,75,000 like this if it is there means இது opening balance, this one is closing balance. This difference is how much? 25,000. That 25,000 will be your starting point, will be considered as the net profit. This is what for accounting standard 3 as per that you have to prepare a cash flow statement means இதுதான் அதுக்கு format. இந்த net profit before tax and extraordinary items அப்படின்னு போட்டு நேரடியா ஒரு அமௌண்ட்டை இங்க வந்து fill பண்ணிடுவோம். சோ அந்த அமௌண்ட் பாத்தீங்கன்னா எப்படி கிடைக்கும்னா அதுக்கு தனியா ஒரு ஒர்க்கிங் நோட் மாதிரி அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒன்னு கால்குலேட் பண்ணி வைப்போம். சோ அதுக்கு நெட் ப்ராஃபிட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பேசிக்கலி நம்மளுக்கு தேவை. அந்த நெட் ப்ராஃபிட் how you will calculate means balance sheet profit and loss account நெட் ப்ராஃபிட்னு இருக்காது. நெட் ப்ராஃபிட்க்கு பதிலா பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்ல ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸ் அக்கவுண்ட்னு ஒரு ஐட்டம் இருக்குமா லைபிலிட்டிஸ்ல. சோ அண்டர் தட் you will get these two items and values. சோ இதோட டிஃபரன்ஸ் தான் நெட் ப்ராஃபிட். ஓகே, சோ இது முதல் விஷயம் பிஃபோர் டாக்ஸ் அண்ட் எக்ஸ்ட்ராடினரி ஐட்டம்ஸ். இதுல சர்டைன் ஐட்டம்ஸ் ஆட் அதெல்லாம் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும், சப்ராக்ட் அதெல்லாம் பண்ணி முடிச்சோடனே வரக்கூடியதான் இந்த பிஃபோர் டாக்ஸ் அண்ட் எக்ஸ்ட்ராடினரி ஐட்டம்ஸ். தட் ஐ வில் டெல் யூ ஹவ் இட் வில் கம் லேட்டர் ஆன். ஓகே, சோ இதுக்கு வந்து ஒரு ஒர்க்கிங் நோட் இருக்கு அப்படின்றத மட்டும் பிராக்கெட்ல யூ ஜஸ்ட் மென்ஷன் ஒர்க்கிங் நோட். It can be one because for provision for taxation working note prepare பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். And then for furniture, machinery, whatever asset நோ எல்லாத்துக்கும் depreciation இருந்தா கண்டிப்பா working notes prepare பண்ணி தான் ஆகணும். provision for taxation, proposed dividend இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா working notes இருக்கும். So அதனால first working note எதுனா net profit before tax, extraordinary items. If you are going to calculate, if you are going to find out அது அந்த ஐட்டம்கான அமௌண்ட்டை எடுத்துட்டு வந்து ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா இங்க போட்டுருவோம். பட் அதுக்கான working notes will be separate. ஓகே, அந்த அமௌண்ட்டை எப்படி கொண்டு வரோன்றது தான் அந்த working noteல காமிப்போம். ஓகே, சோ இதோட நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா சில ஐட்டம்ஸை ஆட் பண்ணுவோம். ஓகே, என்னென்ன ஐட்டம்னா யூஸ்வலா நம்ம அங்க பண்ணோம்ல டெப்ரிசியேஷன், குட்வில் ரிட்டர்ன் ஆஃப், இதெல்லாம் வந்து நம்ம வந்து என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம்னா அங்க ஆட் பண்ணுவோம். ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் அந்த ஃபண்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஆபரேஷன் கால்குலேட் பண்ணும்போது ஆட் பண்ணிருப்போம்ல. ஸோ அந்த இல்ல டெபிட் சைட்ல காமிச்சிருப்போம்ல, அட்ஜஸ்டட் பிஎன்எல் அக்கௌண்ட்டை ஓபன் பண்ணும்போது டெபிட் சைட்ல காமிச்சிருப்போம். இல்லைன்னா ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ல ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணும்போது ஃபண்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஆபரேஷன்ல டெப்ரிசியேஷன், குட்வில் ரிட்டர்ன் ஆஃப் இதெல்லாம் ஆட் பண்ணிருப்போம்ல, அந்த ஐட்டம்ஸை தான் இங்க நம்ம வந்து இங்க காமிக்கிறோம். So that all the items no goodwill written off, goodwill written off, all these items no you will add. Okay, so அப்ப வந்து transfer to general reserve என்ன பண்ணிருப்போம்னா இந்த இடத்துல கொண்டு போயிட்டு இருப்போம். பிஃபோர் டாக்ஸ் அண்ட் எக்ஸ்ட்ராடினரி ஐட்டம்ஸ்னு ஒன்று போட்டிருக்கோம்ல, இதுலயே நெட் ப்ராஃபிட்டோட அந்த டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் டு ஜெனரல் ரிசர்வை நம்ம ஆட் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு இருப்போம். அதனால வந்து இங்க அந்த ஐட்டமை வந்து we will not show here. Okay, so like this certain items you will add loss on sale of any asset no, that all those things subtract எதை பண்ணுவோம்னா profit on sale of fixed asset அந்த மாதிரி items anything if you come across no, then all these thing will be subtracted. Okay, so with this I will end. And further how we have to calculate this one, அதுக்கப்புறம் net cash from operating activities எப்படி calculate பண்ணுவோம், from investing activities how we have to calculate, from financing activities how we have to calculate, அதுக்கப்புறம் எப்படி how we have to find a closing balance of cash, அது எப்படி வந்து find out பண்றது அப்படின்றத I will discuss in the next session. Okay, so we can discuss